What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Mr. Lang. Team Wash Life, how you doing? Really glad that you're here right now. I appreciate you. Yes, you. Listen, I just got to say this. If you have not joined the Facebook Team Wash Life site, you're missing out. It's actually pretty funny. So let me just do a backstory. I'm going to show you in a second. Devin, my designer, good friend, that we do a featured member. So if you're like participating in the group a lot and you're commenting and you're giving out value and stuff, you're going to be featured, right? Check out this. He makes a custom picture for you and everything. This week's featured member. Hold on. The picture's so dark. That's one thing I always give him shit for. He's always going dark with stuff. He took a picture. He took a picture of the guy's Facebook page and photoshopped some legs around. Oh man, good stuff, boys. Good stuff. Anyway, join the Facebook page, Team Wash Life, if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description. So no, I'm gonna actually talk about something. Let's see. What's up, Joel, Jeff? What's up? How many bobbies could a Bobby Walker walk if a Bobby Walker could walk bobbies? That's a damn good question. That's a damn good question, my friend. By a raise of hands, actually by a raise of comments, how many guys on here are doing 20 grand a month in revenue or more? Oh, no one. That's not surprising because that's a huge milestone, especially like when you're starting off. It's a huge milestone. Woo! I mean, we still hit months. We still have months where we don't hit that, you know? And I guess that's like our foundation now. Like when we hit at least 20 grand a month, 20 or 25 a month, we're like, okay, we're doing it. We're on track. We're doing what we got to do. Best was 18. I did a few months in a row. Beautiful. Still trying to get my trailer set up. Cool. Awesome. You pull 5, don't. I'd be happy with 5 grand a month. Interesting stuff. So listen, what if I told you I could damn near guarantee you can get 20 grand a month? Let me ask you this. Do you know how to make 20 grand a month, or are you literally stuck? Are you truly stuck? Or do you actually know how to, and it's just a matter of not doing it? I'll give 10 seconds for their responses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, nobody answered really. Joel, that's awesome. Is part 1 up? I want to know if part 1 is up real quick. Listen, I want to throw something out there, right? This is rough. This is in the makings. Actually, I don't even know if I should announce it just yet. So let me take a pause and think. Okay. I'll just share this. You can do 20 grand a month. All you have to do is when you get jobs, do your 5 rounds, which means 5 houses every way. So you should at least be doing 15, or you should be doing 20, I mean. So you do 5 to the left, 5 to the right, and all the houses across the street, on the other side of the street. So 5, 5, and there should be 10 across the street. 10 or 11. So that's 20 total door hangers. You should be doing that every job, but never mind that. If you're not doing 20 grand a month or 5K a month or whatever, you have time on your hands, right? So you got to factor in time to do door hangers. You got to do like 500 a day. You have to. It could be clip flyers, throwing them out a window. You have to be consistent, and that's the only marketing you should be doing. Stop with the Facebook, stop with the Google, stop with the everything else. It's a distraction, it's a waste of time. Keep it simple and go hard. Stop with the call. You get phone calls. Hey, join Home Advisor. Hey, join this. Hey, join that. Hey, it's your local magazine. You want to be a part of it? Just no. Go after the door hangers and come up with a number that you could realistically do every day. Go give it a shot on a day that you don't have anything to do, right? Go hit a neighborhood that you've really been wanting to hit. Keep track of it. Figure out, hey, we're starting right now at 1 p.m. and we're gonna see when we're done. And you'll find you're gonna put about 200 to 400 up, and you'll be done around 3 o'clock or so. But then factor in 2 hours a day, every single day, even if it means, don't schedule your whole day out. Leave time so you can do these door hangers every single day, and you're gonna get it straight up. Now the problem is you have the information, right? You have this information to do it. You have this information to make this money. It's there. What's it gonna take to actually do it, though? Who's holding you accountable? You're your own boss. So, and that's just a challenge you have to figure out. Entrepreneurship, from the outside looking in, from your friends and family, they see you doing this, that, and the other, and making a couple $100 an hour on certain jobs you do, and they're like, oh man, Billy Bob Thornton must be rolling in the dough. I couldn't imagine making that much money. I get paid that every 2 weeks. Yada yada yada. But they don't know anything else that goes into it. Chem supplies, chem cost, all the equipment, yada yada. So that is irrelevant. You just got to hold yourself accountable and actually do this stuff. If that means sitting down and actually drawing out a Monday, a Sunday through Sunday schedule, then that's what it takes. But it's rough, and I'm saying what I'm saying because it's the truth. But even I struggle sometimes. I go through like spells of it. Jeff, let me ask you this. What's holding you back? You're interested, you're inquiring, but why? What's holding you back from pulling that trigger? Best way to advertise your power. I literally just told you. You have to do door hangers. You have to do flyers and door hangers and just go effing hard. You got to order freaking 5,000 door hangers and put out 5,000. It'd be awesome if you could do it a week, every single week. Could you imagine what type of revenue you'd drum up from that? There's like a mathematical equation. Like it's inevitable you'll get a certain percentage back. But oftentimes it's more than that. You spend a few $100 on door hangers. What is that? A couple house washes? If you get a whole bunch, you could start small, get 1,000. I wouldn't even go 100 or 500. That's a waste of time. You're not going to get any results with that. EDDM. I'm not a fan of that. But if that's the rodeo you're going to go, then that's the rodeo you're going to go. Yeah, Joel, I hope you hit it. But I know you a little bit. So I know you're not a fan of. I mean, have you ever? I don't know. I know you're not a fan of door hangers at all. You've done great this year, though. You really have, especially because you're not a fan of door hangers. Door hanger or clip flyer system, do both. Do whatever works for you. Um, I think I think when you're doing the 5 rounds, you should at least do the door hanger style. And keep in mind, they don't. When I say door hangers, they don't have to actually be door hangers. You can go super generic with it. You can get some jumbo flyers, and you can stick them in their door. You know, a lot of people have a storm door. You could open the storm door, close it right on the door, or kind of roll it up and stick it. Because a lot of people have the door handles that are like a actual handle that you pull. You could stick it in there. Um, that's actually what we do. I kind of don't use the door hangers too much anymore, just because I like the adversity to it. I like to be able to use things for multiple applications rather than a door hanger just being for door hangers, a postcard just being for postcards, a flyer just being for flyers. I get some big size, some nice size flyers and use them for everything. Um, it's I was about to go off on a rant, but you got to do these door. I think you should go up to the door and put them in the door for at least your 20 houses surrounding your job, and and then I think you should go a step further and use SendGem and send a sequence of flyers, like 3 to 5 times a sequence, to all these surrounding homes, and then it looks like you're everywhere, right? So let's do an example. You go to a job in a neighborhood, you wash the house, you stick a yard sign in the yard. It sticks up there for like a week or so before they throw it out, or you come and grab it, whatever you do. I just tell them throw it out because I don't have the time to come running around grabbing yard signs. Um, they're not that expensive in the first place. So you do your yard sign. Everybody in the neighborhood's seeing it. You do your at the very least 20 houses surrounding door hangers. They're like, oh, cool, a door hanger. You might get a call from that. You might not. Door hanger. Then you hit them with a sequence of mailed flyers. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not a fan of EDDM just because it's hard for me to think. It's hard for me to believe in something that I don't believe in, I guess. So like with EDDM or junk mail, basically, I throw it right in the trash. I mean, it doesn't even come in my house. That's how much I don't care about it. It could be something I'm potentially interested in, but I just don't care. So I literally find the bills, find the important stuff, and chuck everything in the recycling bin as I'm walking back into my house. Um, but if I get something on my door, I take it and I read it. It's just that's how or I find something in my driveway, I take it and I read it. That's why it's different for me. But you can, by all means, you can grab our flyer. We can get you set up with some EDDM if that's really the route you're going. Um, I'm in Illinois. Clip flyers are cool though because you can hit mass amounts of. I mean, it's nothing to do 1,000 clip flyers. What, an hour or two. You could really knock some stuff out. And let's think of this: you could create an actual system, right? So let's say you're an owner operator, or maybe you got a helper with you or something, and you go out and you're doing jobs all day. You could hire like a high school kid or someone and be like, listen, I'm going to pay you, I don't know, a penny a postcard, a penny a flyer. All you got to do is take this clip flyer, fold it, and put it in this box. Not even fold it, and I'll pay you a penny, and so they pump out 1,000. They could do that in a few hours, right? They might spend 3, 4, 5 hours. Who knows? I haven't done that many. They could pump them out. You give them $100, and you have 1,000 being produced every day, Monday through Friday. And as soon as they're prepped, you're chucking them out, or he's chucking them out. Tell him to go chuck them out. I don't know. You can literally that could be a potentially like a part-time position for somebody. now I'm thinking about it, almost a penny a flyer even sounds too steep. $100 a day for that. Uh, you'd have to figure out how much time that takes to do, but that's just an idea. And that's another, you create a back end system. These flyers are being thrown out while you're working. It doesn't even have to be you. You got to just think outside the box, boys. Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing, Joel. Anybody can create a flyer, right? With all these programs, Vistaprint, yada yada yada. I was huge on Fiverr when I started my business, just because money's tight, right? But here's a perfect example. So I had my logo designed within Fiverr. I hate my logo with a passion. Can't stand it. Knowing what I know about marketing and branding and yada yada, I hate my logo. But now it's too late. I got my logo on my trucks. I got my logo on my marketing material. I got my logo on my freaking clothes and uniforms. I got my logo everywhere. So to rebrand, that's going to be pretty expensive. Now I got to really rebrand, if I want to go the right way, I got to change my marketing material up, which I could do. I got to change the decals on my vehicles, which I could do. And I got to get all new fin print uniforms, which is expensive. So if you think about it, you're going to save yourself, a few $100 to use some overseas designer who can't speak English and won't understand what you're trying to tell them, and get a logo made. You can get a logo made, or you can use an actual professional, example, Team Wash Life, and unlimited revisions, and get something super crisp and clean and perfect, and have an actual professional who's going to school for this stuff and knows the psychology of branding create something that you're going to love for the rest, for the lifeline of your business, for the lifetime of your business. But marketing, that's one thing. Anything to do with marketing, that's just one spot I will not cut corners. I'll cut corners here and there, like financially I'm talking, rather than stainless steel, or, rather than like an aluminum trailer, I'll get some cheapy used trailer, or my trucks might have some rust, or, whatever. Marketing, that's really dumb to cut corners, because you're just hurting your bottom, you're hurting your ROI. You're making the investment. And you're going to get less ROI, all because you spent $100 rather than $300. Does that make sense? But if you're going to be purchasing flyers, yeah, I don't know. My logo sucks, Joel. I did the business card in a Ziploc bag and realized probably 1,000 of them. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You got a business card in a Ziploc bag with a bunch of rocks. I hate to be blunt. And you're not, even if, you're not going to get it. You can't grab 5,000 flyers and throw them out once. It's all about the continuous touch. That's why I was talking about, you got to freaking do your yard sign in the yard of a job you do. Everyone sees it. Put a door hanger on the 20 rounds. Everyone gets it. Then follow them with a sequence of 3 to 5 mailers. Everyone sees it. Now you're going to get a huge ROI, because it's like boom, boom, boom. They keep seeing you. Boom, boom, boom. You know what type of world we live in today? It's ADHD times 100. Half the people can't even, I watch the live, people can't even sit through this. So, it's about multi-touch. You can't just put out 1,000 flyers to 1,000 different houses and sit there and wait for a call. You got to hit them 3, 4, 5 times. That's why you got to sit down, create a sketch. I mean, you got to start thinking of business and structuring stuff, right? You got to sit down and do some homework. Okay, we're going to hit, the Estates. That's the neighborhood's name. We're going to hit the Estates every Monday for this month, or every other Monday this month. Then we're going to hit Heron Creek every Tuesday this month. Then we're going to hit, you know what I'm saying? And continuously hitting them. And it's like, then it gets out of control. I remember this, we had this one neighborhood in this town, and we were hitting the door hangers once a month on cue the whole year. And then we're doing, about 2 months in, we're getting all these calls. we'd be doing 2 or 3 houses a day, not a day every single week, but the days we would get a job scheduled in that neighborhood, we would do 2 or 3 in the neighborhood alone. And then we're hitting the 20 rounds. And then it's just like, it spirals. It's like a snowball effect, right? Because now they're getting the 20 rounds and they're still getting the door hangers and the, you know, we're in there. It's like we own that neighborhood. How do you get your leads, please? Why did you say besides passing out flyers? Can you answer me that? Like, why is that not an option for you? No, you don't. You don't have to have a special permit to hand out flyers. Gas? Come on, man. I'm in a very blunt, no bullshit mood, so if anybody's sensitive, you might want to take off. But Home Advisor is crap. Go ahead and change your credit card number right now and get off Home Advisor. Stop wasting your money there. Hand out flyers. Grab a backpack. Take a bike. I don't know what you... Listen, if you're focused on gas, I know everybody has financial struggles. I wish I could, like, tell you where I don't want to tell you the full story of where I came from when I started this business, but excuses like that make me cringe because it's like, dude, find a way to make it happen. Gas, like you're gonna hand, if you can hand out flyers and do your flyers, the return you're gonna get is gonna pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? So gas is such a minute expense in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I make purchases and I'm, you know, like I might purchase like a $400 ladder and I'm like, it doesn't matter because I'll do 3 gutter cleanings at $200 and it'll pay for itself in no time. So you got to invest. It's scared money don't make no money. That's the bottom line of it. If you're scared to invest a little, take a few risks, you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to get any traction. You got to invest and you got to go hard. You got to believe in yourself. So the gas is crazy. I think you're just being lazy. If you want me to just tell you straight, I just read your comment. Let me hear it straight. I think you're being lazy. I think you don't want to walk. Right, Joel. Handing out flyers is canvassing. You're doing the same thing as a mailman. You're not knocking on their door and trying to make them sales. You're not, you know, you're not, and even if you were, it's canvassing. Why did you start your business? Are you trying to like provide for your family and your kids and like you're a small business in a town. People should be supporting small businesses. Every now and again, I love when I get somebody who like, I remember I had a guy who I put a flyer on his door and I walked away. And once I got to the end of his driveway, he came out and he stood on his porch. He grabbed the flyer and I'd heard him he ripped it up in a million pieces and threw it in the air like confetti. And was like, that's what I think of your effing flyer. And I was like, what's the problem, dude? I was like, I'm out. I forget how it went, but it ended up saying, I'm out here trying to feed my family. I didn't bother you. I didn't knock on your door. I'm doing the same job a mailman would do. So you just littered all over your yard, dumbass. Like that shit. Oh, it irks me. You're literally doing what a mailman would do, except you're not putting it in the mailbags. You're putting it on their door. So now they don't have to walk to the mailbags to get it. They just open their door. You're not doing anything wrong. Watch one of your videos. Me and your employee are at the shop. Banging flyers, rocks, almost like a city line. You went and threw them out. Did it work for you? It didn't work. You know why? Because that was the one time we did it. That was the one time we did it, and I fell through on implementing a system for it and going through with it. And that's mainly because I want to do it a different way. So we're going to change it up. I'm probably going to just use Ziplocs. It was actually very difficult to get the flyer into the sleeve. So we'll probably go Ziplocs and maybe some rocks, or we'll just clip them with the binder clips. He said, I don't want to walk. Get a buddy to help you walk. You'll realize you'll put a few hundred up in an hour or two. It doesn't take much time. If you don't want to walk, do clip flyers. Sit at your house in your recliner, get some binder clips, some nice jumbo flyers, and clip them. You know, kind of roll them and clip it. Put them in a box, drive in your car, and whip them out. Call it the paper out. Yeah, all that stuff too, Joel. I mean, you want to Google my business is free. You want to get on Google. So when people Google power washing services, you pop up eventually. You know, ask everybody for reviews. But when you're a new business, you got to get new clients, and people don't know about you. They don't know about you at all. You can't just drive around town all day and expect people to be reading your truck or reading your door magnet or whatever. You got to be in their face. And if you're going to try and do a few flyers here and there, and then throw $20 at Facebook, maybe try to master the algorithm of Google, do Home Advisor, you're robbing from you're robbing from one marketing avenue, and you're wasting money, because marketing is not effective unless it's a multi-touch. You can't just pew, 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 hope to get one little grab or whatever. You start doing it consistently and just trusting the process, you'll have more work than you know what to deal with. That's what happened to us last year. We got so busy, especially in that one neighborhood, we couldn't even keep up with our scheduled flyers, and that created a whole nother thing that I had, a whole nother challenge in business. Now we got to find a way to systemize this to where it's being taken care of no matter how busy we get, which meant hiring part-time help or yada yada yada. It's a constant thing, and you're never gonna beat it. You're never gonna beat it. So you better start thinking outside the box, really. What makes you think I don't do commercial work? I do commercial work, but I like residential too. A lot of comments. I'm trying to keep up. Yes, know your why and stop listening to fear. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. You can create a freaking. You know, some guys say I want to stay small and yada yada yada, but you can be a small company. I know a guy who he does $100,000 to $150,000 a year, carpet cleaning, I think window cleaning and house washing too. But he literally doesn't touch the business. He doesn't work in the business. He doesn't do anything because he completely systemized it. And it's like he's content with it being small, less people to manage, yada yada yada. I get that, but it's so systemized. He doesn't have to. He can leave. He leaves town for weeks on end. It's like it's never too late to like fully systemize it, and this is the time to fully systemize it and get everything in place, because you know, if you're gonna grow, it's just gonna be that much harder to get that all in place. I'm probably done with vans for right now. I'm a truck guy anyway. Van has made us a lot of money though. Thing's worth its weight in gold. Aqua cleaning. I'm sorry, I'm just done reading your comments. I use our neighborhood website. Just done well. Yeah. Yeah, Charles, that's the thing with our yard signs. Our yard signs are super like detailed, but they're still really effective. You know, the big service with the big phone number, they're awesome and they're super eye grabbing. But me personally, I only use them for like when we do a job. So when we do a job, I always put one of our yard signs in the yard. I just I used to have every single service, and I've kind of just switched to like the service we really like pushing because we're most profitable with it would be like house washing. Um, so I just put like it's either house washing or window cleaning. I have both signs, and I'll just put that sign in the yard. But if you're trying to like be a political campaign guy and go hard and put signs all over the town, I think bandit signs is a great option for that because you could just litter the town. They're gonna get thrown away anyway. So, but they're still effective. All right. If you want me to stay on, you got to keep the comments coming because once I get to the bottom of the comments, I'm probably getting off of here. I did small driveway for free. Oh, I read that one. So, upon me, thanks for the content I'm watching for. What's up, Josh H? Thanks for watching. Get a hoverboard. Google reviews work. Yeah, they do. You can start charging more for once you get higher reviews because you have a great reputation. So it's really important to keep your reviews coming in. Yeah, 5-star reviews are a big deal. Josh, no. Don't focus on anything else. Josh, what are you doing? Just be transparent. How much revenue are you bringing in a month on average? Strictly. Yeah, if you're gonna mess with, oh, Josh, you're a perfect person to be listening to this video. I don't know when you logged on. It sounds like you're way too distracted with all these marketing things that you want to try out and get revenue for your business. But the bottom line is, you got to go hard with flyers or door hangers. You got to put your boots on the damn ground and hustle it out. There's a pain point in everyone's business. This shit doesn't come easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Everybody would do it. But you got to go hard with flyers and door hangers or clip flyers or whatever the hell, paper marketing material, multiple touches. So hit the same neighborhood, hit it every week if you can, but I end up doing every other week or once a month or whatever, and doing it consistently, staying in their face. And once you hit 20 or 25 a month or whatever, you'll know when the time's right. And then you can start dabbling in other stuff and spending more money. But if it works, you know, it works. It's tried and true. I tried the bag of flyers with rocks. Took way too long to accomplish. Clip flyers work much better. Yeah, that's what it seems like, Mr. Extreme. The goal is to get out of the field and spend more time doing bids and advertising. Yes, sir, Jeff. That's the goal for everybody. Bigger clients for home cleaning. Barely talk to realtor. Get some power washing that way. Yeah. The gated communities, Sun Gym is an awesome program for that. I hit gated communities all the time with Sun Gym because I can't go in there and do door hangers. No, I kind of touched on it briefly, or I touched on it, but I'll briefly say it again. I personally, everything's an opinion of mine. I personally don't like direct mail just because of my own experience with direct mail. I walk to the end of my driveway, I grab the mail, I sift out bills and important stuff, and all the junk literally goes in the recycling bin. I don't even look at it. It goes in the recycling bin before I even make it in the house. And I always think to myself, damn, what a waste of trees. But when something ends up on my door or my driveway, I actually take the time and I pick it up and I look at it and I'm like, cool, a flyer. I'll throw it in the trash now. But at least I looked at it and it's in my head. And then if stuff keeps coming in, I'm like, wow, these guys are everywhere. And then, you kind of look at it. It's just me. I just personally don't like EDDM. And the return, it's a fact, the return is not as high as flyer work. Flyer work, journey of a new entrepreneur. You got to. You got to. Yeah, Bobby, I'm sure Bobby's the guru here. Bobby spent a lot on EDDM, but he also probably hit all these same neighborhoods and houses. I bet every house he's hit with EDDM has probably got a personal flyer either on their door or in their driveway by now. So Bobby is multi-touching. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Josh. That's why I like Sun Jim. Sun Jim, I'll literally be driving through town or in a country road, and I'm like, holy shit, look at the size of that mansion. Their driveway must be 3 miles long. And then I jot down the address real quick. I come home to my computer, and I send out a sequence flyer campaign to their address, and their address only. You can't do that with EDDM, but with Sun Jim, you can send one flyer to one address. You could even get creative. Take a picture of their house. Some people get creeped out by it. Some people are like, wow, these people really want to do work for me. But I hit neighborhoods like that too. I'll take a picture of their neighborhood sign and send the campaign just to their neighborhood. So, yep. Yeah, James Williams, get it. That's the hustle you got to do, man. You do your jobs, you get your money, and you're like, oh shit, I just want to go home. I want to have a beer. I want to kick back, watch some Netflix. James over here is like, let's pump out a couple hundred flyers real quick. What's it going to take me, an hour? And then he's getting, his inbox is all full the next day of people wanting house washes because it's the third time he's done it. James, you are the MVP of this YouTube. Send Jim is Maycroft. Go ahead and email me, johnlangwin@gmail.com. Send Jim is $99 a month, but let me talk to you in privately. There's a chance I might be able to do something for you. We just had the webinar. Can't make any promises, but you know, because the webinar's over, but we'll see what we can do. If you email me. Hold on, let me type. Can I type in this or no? I don't know if I can. Whatever. johnlangwin@gmail.com. All right. I got to the end of the comments. Nobody else is bringing anything in, so I'm probably out of here. Woo! 37 minutes long. Holy cow! No wonder I got to pee so bad. I can usually only go 30 minutes between pees. Just kidding. But all right. Email. I mean, really for anybody. The email was for Maycroft because he asked me how much Sun Jim is a month because I was talking about Sun Jim. But told him to go ahead and email me. But anybody else can too if you're thinking of Sun Jim. Might be able to help you out. Big MIGHT. Phone's frozen. Thanks, boys. See you later. Just joking.